Games of thinking. Oh, here I am at the house. Got my Dune Buggy in the driveway. That was the last car I equipped. So let me show you this, first of all. Hold on. I need to go to this barn find thing. Ready to collect it. I'm collecting the car. So I got this. I actually did a barn find yesterday. I learned how to
So I
do
looked
it.
this thing up, read all about it. Built in 1993, but for straight line speed, it'll match most supercars on the road today. Speaking of which, you want to do the honors?
No, I don't want to go for a ride. So I'm going to go back. So I'm collecting that car. What's funny is I already have one of those. So I'm curious if it's going to show that I have two now. So in my garage, it's freaking crazy. Hold it. Sorry. Go back. Back to my collection. My cars. So I have a ridiculous amount of cars, and I've added some of them to a favorites list. This is the car I have equipped. This looks like so much fucking fun to drive. We're gonna play this. I have this one. This also looks fun. This one's on my playlist. Added, I think, one of the Corvettes. I think it was this one to the favorite list. Both of these, both Mopars. Sorry, no Fords, no Anglias, no Hondas. Um, oh yeah, so I do have the two Jaguars. This one that I already had that I had actually purchased one in an auction, which I tricked out a little. This one's the barn find. I added this one to my favorite list. I added both of the Koenigseggs to my favorite list. Both of the Lamborghinis to my favorite list. The Senna. Both of the BMWs. The Mosler. I added the GTR. Of course, both the Panganis. Can't go without that. I added this Peugeot because I think this car could be an amazing little like rally car or something. We'll have to find out. I added a couple of the Porsches. I added the Spano. I got my WRX, the black one. My Evolution, which is a car I had from before. So this one I'm curious about. So okay, here's as an example. So let's just do this. Let's go down. Let's go down the list and look at the cars that are the road cars, and let's look at their specs. So speed 9.0, handling 10, acceleration, pretty good car. Okay, how does that compare to the Spano? Evolution's better. How about the Spider? Okay, so I'm going to add the Ultima and the Spider to my lists because they all have handling and they're right up near 10. The Ultima, though, look at the handling, was the best. Okay, no question about that. It was the best for handling so far between the two. Okay, let's look at the Panganis. Really surprised the Panganis aren't better. So the best car I have so far is my Ultima. Oh, this car is pretty good handling wise. The Mosler. Mosler's pretty good. Okay. Okay. The McLaren. I knew the McLaren would be good. Okay. Let's see. The Lamborghinis, surprisingly good. The Centauro. But I know it's ridiculous. I'm taking a little time in between. I'm actually writing these down on a piece of paper. The Koenigsegg. Huh. Not as good as I thought it would be. Okay, the Jaguars. Okay, the Viper. No. The Corvette. No. Just curious. The Mono. Handles well, but not as fast. Okay, so I have a good little list there. Now let's look at the rally cars. So I assume... Now the thing is, the rally cars, I'm just going to make a list of them because we're just going to have to try them out. I'm assuming the Aluma counts as a rally car. The Alumi. And I'm also assuming the Nomad does too. Because I haven't seen off-road races yet that allow me to use cars that are any more crazy than what I've been using. So rally cars, what you really consider rally, which are cars that can mostly be off-road. Now, I have what I consider off-road also. Because there was one event that involves a super truck. So I'm curious, are there other off-road type of events? And if so, the Jeep could be one of those cars. So what other car could be considered a rally car that I have? Okay, this car right here, the Peugeot. This car could be the car. You know, these are wacky little cars. And of course, they're cars that, especially in the US, we don't see those. Peugeots have only been sold a few different times in the US, and they were never that popular. You know, let's do this. Okay, let's take a look at the rally cars, first of all. Let's look at this. So, first of all, I want to point out my STI has been upgraded quite a bit. It's pretty quick. Speed 8.5, handling 7.3, acceleration, launch braking. Let's compare this now to like the Peugeot. Okay, you got those numbers in your head? Let's go. That's not bad. Okay, I'm curious. If we go all the way over here. We go over here to these. Not as powerful by any means. You know, let's equip the Peugeot. Let's do that. Let's equip that Peugeot. That's just a wacky little car. Getting car. This is a wacky little car. I mean, I've obviously got to do a lot yet to fine-tune kind of my favorites list. What are my cars that I'm going to use the most? Because you got to kind of stick with the same cars, I think. I can turn on the headlights. I'm going to drive it. Okay. That was weird. It maybe used the space bar to drive the car. Oh, it's got a sound. Oh, it's taking me right to a season challenge. So I qualified for the various season challenges. Honestly, I don't know how. My driving is kind of ass. I admit it.
Hey, Dark Lord. This winter showcase is going to be incredible. I need a driver I can rely on, with a proven record, who doesn't mind the cold.
Okay, you better
What
go
do
find
say?
somebody else.
All I need you to do is catch a train into Edinburgh.
But I'll fake it. I'll fake it for you. I'm willing to do this. So this is a showcase winter event. Now, I'm curious. Did it take me here because of the car I'm in? I'm thinking it did. And I hope it means this car is set up properly for this event. So we're already...
I just want to be one versus everyone. This is the Eliminator.
Okay, you got so much shit going on. A challenge card. We're not going there. We have already set the route. No, no, no. No, we're not going there. That isn't where I want to go.
Turn around when it is safe to do so.
Now we're going back to the map. Dude flicks me off on that. I'm going back up here. No, I'm going here. This is where I want to go. I set the route. Let's go.
Turn around when it is safe to do so.
Okay, so I believe I've got it set up now.
Hopefully, our driver only needs 4 to pull off an amazing upset victory. Now, I only need 2 to bump the biggest hip-hop anthems at the festival. Check this out.
This will be interesting. I'm really curious
Turn right.
how this car drives. It's got a ridiculous wing, doesn't it? It's fast. It's not as fast as my STI. Though I drive the STI quite a bit. Wow, the road is super slick because of the ice. Okay, we're going to go a distance here. Let's see if we can get used to driving this car. And, of course, the road is crazy slippery. That's one thing they do pretty good physics-wise in this game. I gotta admit, they're not as friendly physics-wise with my controller. I truly do know that this game really is a true car driving game in the sense that you really need to have a steering wheel. And you guys probably heard me say before in other videos, steering wheels are crazy expensive. I mean, they really are, and I get it. There's a lot to them. I mean, there's a few steering wheels that are like some Chinese-made, kind of off-brands. I don't know if they're off-brands, but smaller brands, let's call them. That I can purchase for like 100 US that actually rate pretty well. There's one that I found that's pretty nice. They do complain about it when it sits on your table. The angle's a little weird. It feels a little like driving a truck. It doesn't tilt as much as like a real car would. I think I can get past that, or I can make a little modification on my desk so that I had it on.
In 400 yards.
So that it has a better angle. So other than that, I got to spend like 300 US, and I admit I'm not ready to do that. I'm sorry, I'm being cheap. I'm not ready to do that. I've got a lot of other financial commitments. Whoa. Slippery road. Even going slow.
Turn left. Turn left.
So I am in co-op mode, and the one thing weird about this, I play in co-op mode. But when I go to events, almost all the times when I select modes to race with other people, no, it never happens. And it's probably because it's Forza 4 and not Forza 5. And it could also do with the fact that it could be the time zone I'm in. The time zone I'm in when I play in the morning, so I'm playing in the morning, it's like 11 o'clock here. There doesn't seem to be as many players from overseas, like, you know, the US and Europe online at this time for some reason. And it seems as though the local players in the Asian community are not playing Forza 4. So, I don't know. I don't know what it is, but so for the most part, I just opt to play with the NPCs because but the only problem with the NPCs, and I will say this in this game, while the NPCs in this game, they're good. To beat them is almost impossible. I come in last or near last every time. I've had a few good races where I finished in the middle of the pack. There's usually 12 cars in a race. And I have finished in the middle like 6th a few times. And I'm happy with that, I gotta be honest with you. I mean, this race gives you credits, money, gives you reputation points, gives you everything to come in last, which, I don't know, I'm kind of a competitive guy, I admit. So I'm not thrilled when I come in last. So if you hear me bitching a little bit, you know, okay. I mean, I'm not even going fast, and I can feel the car wants to get loose. I mean, let's face it, in real life, doing 60 miles an hour on a road like this, it's icy. You really couldn't do this. It's not easy. It's dangerous. And I can tell you, I've driven in quite a bit of snowy conditions because I'm a snow skier. And I've driven some pretty decent cars and some pretty good off-road type vehicles in these conditions. It can be very slippery and very dangerous. You got to be very careful on these kind of roads. I mean, I've driven in some real intense snow conditions where, you know, there's 2 feet of snow on the ground, on the road you're driving on. You can barely see the road, and you can only see the road because cars or a snowplow recently went down in front of you, and the road is somewhat visible. And of course, they have those metal stakes, like they don't have here, but in most really snowy condition roads, they have these metal stakes on the ground so that you can see where the sides of the road are, which don't necessarily help you stay on the road. I mean, they tell you where the side of the road is, and a lot of times the side of the road is actually, there's dirt 4 feet off the side of the road, and then there's the stakes. So you really have to kind of stay in the middle of the road, and if anybody's coming, you just got to move over a little and slow down. So driving in snow conditions is sort of weird. I'm really curious what we're going to get when we get to the racetrack here. What kind of conditions? And again, does this car have special tires installed on it? Are they just off-road tires? Because when you race in super snow conditions, some of these cars in real rally situations, they have spikes in the tires. I don't know if we get that here. I need to take this car later and put it in the tuning section and see what is offered. And that's assuming the car does well in this event. Wow, now you can even feel it being slipperier. So if the car does pretty well in this event, in the winter event, great. I'll go ahead and upgrade it.
Turn left.
With the idea that we're going to use it again. Okay, what are these regular people that are driving around out here in their little cars? So this is a front-wheel drive car, I'm assuming. It may be a four-wheel drive car, but it's at least front-wheel drive, which is going to help in the snow. Four-wheel drive would be best in a snow condition, of course. But if you don't have front-wheel drive, four-wheel drive, front-wheel drive is better. Because a front-wheel drive car, you can at least steer in the direction you're trying to go, which for most people, it's a natural thing they do. A lot of people who have not had a lot of experience driving in snow cannot drive a real drive car in the snow well. It's very wacky. I mean, I can do it. I've done it quite a bit, so I'm cool with it.
Turn sharp left.
Four-wheel drive is by hands down the best, no doubt about it. Oh, we're driving to hell and back here for this place. Hopefully this is an interesting race. But they are taking us way the hell up here. Okay, where are we going? We're going through a gate? Just, it always cracks me up. They know they're taking this way because it's a racing event. Why do you have to crash the gate? Why don't they why would the programmers open the gate? Or have and maybe have a sign there even. Hey, welcome to the race event, it's this way. Dude, that seems so unrealistic that you would crash the gate. Because of course you never would do that, right? Again, man, I have my quirks. I don't like to crash into things in a car game. I find that unrealistic. It's like even when I drive to an event like this, I don't drive crazy. I use it as a chance to relax and kind of get used to the way the car feels. This is crazy. I'm going through a tunnel. Okay. Looking at my map, I still got 0.6 of a mile to go. Wow, it's super snowy here. I'm expecting this race to be a total mess. Because, I'm going to end up racing NPCs, and they don't suck usually. And I'm going to be all over the road. I'm not expecting to even place in this event. I'm expecting to have some fun. Now, is this going to be ice? Okay, so this should be ice, not water. Oh man, here we go. We're coming for it. curious how it feels to go fast. Your brakes even make it? Oh, the brakes still work. Surprisingly, they act like the brakes work in ice conditions, snow conditions. Brakes barely work. Matter of fact, touching the brakes is dangerous.
You've arrived at your destination.
I'm not even going to waste my time to race co-op because I know what's going to happen. I'm going to select it. It's never going to happen. It's going to be nobody. So I'm going to race solo, which means I'm racing NPCs. Here we go. Let's see how the hell this pans out. In real life, I've never driven a car like this. The closest thing I've driven to a rally-style car is I've driven a Subaru STI, very similar to the one that I have in my garage. There's a train. So it automatically put me in this vehicle, which I think is like the Nomad. I think it's like one of them that I have.
You know when they said the Flying Scotsman? I was expecting to see Alex being shot out of a cannon.
So it's automatically taking me to this crazy car, which is cool. So I'm not going to get a chance to drive the Peugeot in the snow, but I'm going to get a chance to drive one of these vehicles, which I do have. While we're racing and freaking. This is cool. Whoa, whoa, whoa. It's slippery. While I'm racing the train. Up and go, let's go. Come on, stay up the wall, stay up the wall. So the physics on these aren't bad, but again, I'm assuming that they're pretending this car has all the right stuff. Oh, don't let me crash into the train. I don't want to crash into the train. Oh, come on, come on, come on. Okay, let's go. Let's get back in the race. Like the music. It changes. The music is just crazy. I know this sounds dumb, but I haven't figured out how to change it. I haven't really made the effort to figure out how to change radio stations. So I just let it randomly play whatever it's going to play. Sometimes it's like playing rock and roll, the next minute it's playing pop, the next minute it goes full classic like this. And some of the classic, it's kind of funny. Like, it sort of works. Does this work for you guys? It sort of works. Look at this whole ass here. Focus. This is kind of cool. This vehicle does pretty well in this kind of event. Whoa. Got out of shape there. Got out of shape there. I'm assuming I'm going to have another opportunity to race the train again, and I'm way behind the train right now. Okay. Pretty sure it's telling me sharp turn up here. Whoa. Nice. So I have actually had experience driving dune buggies in the sand and in dirt road situations, never in snow. I've never driven a vehicle in any high performance situation involving snow and ice. It just seems so sketchy. And I would say unless you're a professional, you would never do that, or you just wreck your car. I mean, I've spun some cars totally out in the snow. Based on the wrong direction, spun around a few times, got lucky, never ended up in a ditch. How the hell that even happened, I don't know. On the pavement. Okay. Okay. I love how the music's getting faster and faster, and I'm trying to go faster. Now I'm going through freaking town. Okay, hitting the brakes hard here. Here we go, another jump. Oh shit. We're on a freaking railroad track. Am I chasing that train right here? I chased it. I'm sure I lost. I came in second. There was only 2 of us. Wow, I came in second.
We've got it rigged so we can turn the train around and run it again. Don't ask how. It was a nightmare.
I'm gonna continue. Oh, excuse me. So there is a feature in this game where you can, of course, rerun races. And it seems as though when you're equipped with a certain type of vehicle.
Now, make sure you qualify for spring racing because I have a couple of events you will definitely be interested in.
I'm interested.
No more trains, though. I promise.
So it does seem as though when you're in a certain type of vehicle that it will automatically...
just secured their place into round 4 of the dirt racing series. So the new event program has been added to your schedule, and judging by your previous performance, I'm looking forward to seeing what you make of these.
Okay. Now this says dirt racing series. These are dirt racing series. Dirt racing series. I'm right there where it's showing my vehicle, so I'm going to select this event. We are going to, this time again, take the Peugeot, because that's originally what we were trying to do. So that was kind of a special event we just did. It's kind of fun, actually. So let's go. Really? Ultimate add-ons bundle. Oh, it's trying to sell me something here. Dude, I'm not spending any money yet till I get better at this. If I get better at this, wow, James Bond style car. Oh, they got a whole James Bond bundle. Do they have a James Bond storyline to go with it with shooting and shit? With bad guys? That would actually be a worthwhile. Fortune Island? Oh, they're really hustling it with this advertising here on Forza. Oh, look at that! Look at that! Yeah, I'm gonna go play this Lego thing. I know it sounds stupid, but it sounds actually fun. Silly auto racing, I can get behind that. As long as the physics feel okay, I can have fun with it. Damn it, got a little cold I'm trying to fight off here. Okay, so cool. Add-on bundle, that's nice. Let's go skip back to the racing. Thank you for your advertising.
Don Thompson with you on Timeless FM. Ladies and gentlemen, now obviously I know very little about dirt racing generally, and I'm glad...
There's this great story about a film being shot around here somewhere. Supposedly they just dumped the stunt car when they were done. Should we go find it?
Oh, hold it.
That we had back in Australia.
How do I get...
I mean, how can it be?
How do I get...
Stoke up old feuds,
how do I get back on the actual road?
Turn left.
Do I have to crash the fence? I do. I do. I have to crash the fence. That's weird how it made me crash the fence. It was the only way to get off that track. Okay. Okay, here we go.
In 100 yards, turn left.
So we're back in the Peugeot. Let's see how this goes. Because I want to race the Peugeot.
Turn right.
So it's weird. We're in the winter here, and it's clearly taken us to what seems like a dirt track race. Is it suddenly going to become non-wintry? Or are we going to be racing in the snow again? Dude. I tell you, man, these NPC drivers in town. Now, what's weird is because I'm in co-ops to play all the time, you will see people now and then that are other players, like me, on the road doing different things. But I cannot manage to get in any races with them. I mean, there may be a feature in this game where, I mean, I would think there would be a feature in the game, because especially in times when the servers aren't that busy, where it would point you to where you could get in a race with somebody else. Like it could say, hey, there's people at this event, go join them. Probably if I had Forza 5, right? Or if I found better play times to play, where people in the US or online or people in Europe. I don't want to go find a barn find. I'm not short on cars right now. I'm short on cash, but honestly, I just need to race more and I collect cash. So I'm kind of just focusing on that. Reputation, race points, all that kind of stuff. I could give a flying F about that crap right now, because honestly, I feel like for myself that I suck. God, I'm on a goddamn freeway. This is the first time I've been like on a freeway. This is funny. I'm on a freaking freeway.
400 yards. Turn right.
Okay. So I took an off ramp here. It was weird how everybody kind of faded over right there. That was weird. Now, of course, also odd for me is that we're in Great Britain. So everybody's driving on the other side of the road. I'm kind of getting used to it. You know, left away, not right away. Let's face it, there's not many countries in the world where they drive on the left side of the road. Obviously, there's Great Britain. I believe Australia. There's Hong Kong. There's Japan. And I'm sure there's some other countries. I'm going to have to look up sorry.
100 yards. Turn left.
I did some damage to local infrastructure. Now, will the event stay in the winter because it's winter? Or will we suddenly find ourselves, or will it suddenly give us a different vehicle? Which, okay, I'm cool with that too. Even though, to be honest, I want to drive the cars that I want to drive. If it offers me a different car, I think it should go to my garage and say, you can drive these cars. I think it let me drive the one car that I did have before. But did it, or did it just give me what, you know, I should be driving? Okay, we're coming up to the event.
You have arrived at your destination.
Highland Farm Scramble. Okay, again, we're going to go solo because, like I said, now, it'll let me change car. No, I want to drive in this car. I want to see if this car... New car to collect? Okay, thanks. Is it trying to, like, promote me to take this car? Okay, let's just look at it. Handling 7.4, 8.2 acceleration. No, this car's better. I'm racing this car. Now, I hope it wasn't trying to tell me that car was set up for snow racing. But just based on basic specs, this car's a better car. I do know from watching rally racing, and I've never been to an event live, but I watched a lot of TV rally racing. I love that shit. I can watch race car racing on TV like all day long. Oh, so we are actually racing on a track. And already I'm in last. It's that fast I'm in last. You see at the 11th place car passed me already? I slid off the road, I'm in last immediately. Whoa! Very slippery track here. I'm just going to try and stay on the track for the rest of the race. If I could stay on the track, I'd be happy. So it's going to be that kind of race for me again. Wow. Wow. Because the thing is, you know, you can't miss these flags. If you miss the flags, you don't complete the race. And I hate rewinding. I find that whole process irritating. Wow, this is a difficult track. Now, is it the car I'm in? So we'll re-race this race. This is what we'll do. We'll re-race the race, and we will switch cars. I'm going to switch to one of those crazy dune buggies like I raced in that last race. I want to find out if it makes the difference. So that way we know when we race these events what kind of cars we need to be driving. Oh my God, this car is all over the place. Now, is this car even got off-road tires on it? I don't know. Maybe it doesn't. Maybe it's not set up because this car doesn't really have the full I'm a rally car look to it. It's kind of got a road car look to it. Maybe it's a rally car for on the pavement because on the pavement this car handles pretty well. Oh, or maybe not. Wow. So we will try though. We will experiment. We will run this race again with one of those off-road dune buggy vehicles and see if it does much better. And at least in the future we know that's the kind of vehicle we have to race in this kind of an event. Because it's, honest, it doesn't teach us. I guess I could Google all this crap and it would tell you, but I kind of like to, you know, figure it out. I think that's how most people figure it out playing games. If I really even get going fast, it just gets out of control. Oh. I'm on the pavement again. Oh. Checkpoint missed. I will wind back. Okay. While they're lapping us. I believe they're lapping us. I'm being lapped. Pretty sure I just got lapped. Yeah, because look, they don't even have numbers, which tells me they lapped me. Oh, we're way off the track. I think we're almost to finish. I believe it's just having... Oh, this is crazy slippery. Crazy slippery. Wow, wow. I mean, even with the controller, being able to control the vehicle is virtually impossible. I mean, I know this steering wheel is going to do the job. I have no doubt it would be better. But I will say I play as those of you who you know, watch my channel, you know I play Need for Speed. Need for Speed, the physics are far better than this. And I mean far better, like more realistic. Okay, I finished. You should say way the fuck last. Okay, we're gonna do a restart. Yes. Okay, no. Please let me change my car. No, 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 no. I want to change my car. Options? No, I want to change the car. It's not going to let me change the car. Back. Starting grid. Okay, back. Ah, I'm so bummed. No, I'm going to quit. Because I do not want to race the car again in the same car. Yes. Okay, sometimes Because, okay, so that was the race I just did. Now let's pull up and see if it'll let me start again. Let's switch cars. Okay. Solo. Change car. Okay, so this is the car I was in before that it automatically put me in when I was doing that train thing. So speed 60, 8.3 handling, 7.6. This car's better. Let's do this. Okay, here's our experiment. Let's find out if this thing actually does well. Here we go. We're going to go with this car. I have never driven a dune buggy this nice. I've driven dune buggies but never one this high performance. I've driven quite a few single-seaters before. Single-seaters are pretty cool. I've driven high-performance single-seaters, but a larger like this, no. And all the single-seaters, for the most part, have motorcycle engines in them. Oh, look, it automatically put me with other vehicles like this because I chose this. Okay, quickly, I'm heading to the back of the pack. I'm going to end up in the back of the pack again. I feel that. I am in the back of the pack. There's one car behind me. I'll end up last, but at least I'm getting a sense. At least I know now that if I select this kind of vehicle, it will put me with these kind of vehicles, which is kind of interesting. I mean, definitely handles better. There's no question about it. This kind of a snowy event, this is what I should be trying to drive. Damn, I got past me. Come on, stay on the road. Okay. I mean, at least I can see the guy in front of me. For now. Whether it'll stay that way, I can't say. I missed it. Checkpoint missed. Zoom. Back on the track, come on. Okay, okay. I mean, this kind of vehicle is definitely better, but I'm last. Not as last as I was before, but better. A little more fun, I gotta admit. This is much more interesting. Whoa, into the wall. Whoa, whoa. Checkpoint missed? Really? I didn't even see it. Oh, yeah, right there, right there. Okay. Come on, straighten it out. Alright, so I've learned a little bit. I mean, these vehicles are definitely better in this situation, which, let's face it, I pretty much knew that. I mean, if you've ever driven this kind of a vehicle, even like a dune buggy, especially if they have like street tires on them, you throw them on the street, oh, their suspension, the stopping and ability to throw them around like a go-kart is amazing. Is amazing. They are unbelievably fun to drive. Especially a pro single-seater dune buggy. They're smaller, they're low to the ground, they have lots of travel, the suspension is nuts, they have crazy acceleration. Whether it's centrifugal clutch or in other words one gear, it feels like one gear but it's not, it's just, you don't have to shift it. I've driven those. I've driven ones that have a stick shift. Stick shift, wow, major pain in the ass. Very old school kind of a thing. Oh, that hurt. That hurt. In real life, running into inanimate objects are not good. That's not good. Fuck that. Freak. I did so well. I finished 12th, but it felt better for me. That was kind of cool. So in the snow, this is without doubt the kind of vehicle you want to be in. So I do, and this is without doubt the fastest vehicle that I think I have in this category. Now I'll have to do some comparisons between the Nomad and the Alumi, the one I have. Let's go to the map and let's look over here. So we have this race here. Let's map it.
Didn't even have to supply my usual cheat sheet, which I'm rather pleased to learn are called Don sheets by the technicians for me to identify it. One of the most iconic British cars of all time. Are you ready? Drum roll. It's a Mini.
I love Minis. So of course, everybody when they think of Minis, you think of the new ones, right? And they're nice cars, and they're not cheap. They're pricey, but they are really nice cars. And especially you get the Mini S. Those cars are actually fast. Turbocharged car. I think they're turbocharged. I think so. I don't think they're supercharged. I think they're turbocharged. Cool cars. Driven one once. Spent time at a car dealer looking at them. So I'm kind of aware of what's what with them. To a small degree. Had an uncle, because this was years ago when I was much younger. Well, not that much younger, but, still years ago. But right here, here's the Mini. Original Mini. Had an uncle that had one. His was pretty stock. It was like, original kind of a car. I guess it was a 60s model. I don't know, but it was that kind of an era, apparently.
Turn left.
But he had it in really prime condition. Kept it in his garage. Didn't drive it much. Let me drive it once. And I had like a 15-minute drive in it. He came with me. And we were kind of on a country roads. He let me kind of jump on it a little bit. They're not super fast, but they're not bad. But they are the size of a freaking go-kart. They really are. They are that small. And the tires are literally the size of a freaking go-kart tire.
In 400 yards, turn
But
right.
you could come to a corner like a full left or right turn, going like 40, 50 miles an hour and just turn. And the car would just turn. It would make it. It would literally slam you up G-force up against the door. But unbelievable.
Turn right.
That's what makes a Mini so fun. That's why people want to own them. They can handle unbelievable. Here I am already at the race event.
You have arrived at your
Okay,
destination.
so I'm curious. What's it going to do with the car? Is it going to let me race this car? Is it going to switch me up to a car they provide me? Or is it going to offer me cars? It'll let me change cars. Let's see what it does. So it's offering me anything. And I don't truly have anything for this kind of an event. Because it says it's a dirt track. So let's do this. Let's switch up to the Nomad just to see. Alumi Craft Ariel Nomad. Let's do this. Let's just try this car out of curiosity. Yeah, I'm doing this. Here we go. It's a two-seater also, like the last one, but a much smaller two-seater, and clearly not as serious of an off-road vehicle. More like a street dune buggy type of a vehicle. So like an enduro street car. This is interesting. Very different. Where that last one was more like a dune buggy, this is more like, look, I'm racing vehicles that look less dune buggy like. Wow, this car's not as fast. It handles pretty well though. At least it seemed like it did right there. That turn, it took it, oh, getting out of shape. The last vehicle was faster, you can feel it. Had more acceleration. Oh, fuck me, fuck me, fuck me. On the last now. That's how easy it is just to lose your shit in this race. Because you're racing against NPCs. NPCs don't make, they make very few mistakes in this race. I've seen them make some mistakes, but not big. Not big. Once you get in last place, you're pretty much in last place. Okay, let's go. Try and get some speed up here. Wow. I don't know if it handles better. I'm not sure. It seemed like it did. I bet this vehicle handles better on a road course. Maybe dirt, maybe an actual road course. Because now that I've had a chance to look at it a little closer when they were showing us, it does look like it could handle well on a paved environment. Maybe that's more what this vehicle's built for. Kind of like, God, I don't know what they're called. KTM makes a car. You guys are into dirt bikes and that kind of stuff. I don't know. KTM makes a car. I forget what it's called, but definitely not made as a rally car. It's a street car, but it has this kind of build, but it's got a carbon fiber body. It covers up a tube frame. It's a really cool car, actually. They're not cheap. And KTM is an amazing company. I gotta admit, I like dirt bikes. So KTM dirt bikes are epic. KTM motorcycles in general are epic. One of the better brands in the world. KTM, of course, owns Husqvarna. Husqvarna, long time company, been around forever. Owns both two really hot brands. Whoa, whoa. Hope you guys don't mind just watching me flounder here at the end of this track while I'm just talking about cars and shit. I love cars and shit, you can just tell that. Been around them. So I grew up in an environment where my father was in the automotive business. He was a mechanic by trade when he grew up as a kid. Eventually he owned a mechanic shop. He ended up owning a transmission shop. It became a specialty of his, but he did general mechanic and separately owned a shop that did transmissions and did really well in the transmission business. And of course, because he did transmissions, also he knew how to do high performance. So he could do high performance stuff. He liked the high performance cars. Owned quite a few classic and high performance cars back in the day. My mom always had a cool car. He always drove a pretty cool car, but mostly stock. Always stock cars that mom always had, but mom had some decent cars. But stock, cool classic cars, I mean. Mom had some cool classic muscle cars that she drove like everyday cars. Mom was pretty cool. Okay, I sucked there. So I think this car might have the ability to be a street car. Okay, so I made some notes. So that Alumi Dune Buggy definitely had it together as far as snow-ice combo thing. That's my best snow-ice vehicle for winter racing.
Horizon, where we take playing in the dirt very, very seriously. Welcome to round 5.
Crazy. You know, I'm going to call it here.
You're listening
call
to
it for
Timeless
today. Close the
FM,
stream.
Just waiting on word that
Of
Horizon
course, I'll edit
Dirt
down a
Racing
video.
round
Hey, I really
5
appreciate
is
you guys being here
underway.
with
One
me.
of them
Thank
should
you
be
for
sending me a
going along on
message
my
any moment
adventure.
now. Apologies, ladies and gentlemen. Alex from the festival has taken Mrs. Thompson out in his Subaru to test out some of the new event routes, and they both seem to have forgotten about old Don. We'll listen to some music in the meantime, shall
Okay,
we?
you're being a little loud, dude. You need to like chill. You know. So, do me a favor. If you enjoyed the video, hit that subscribe button. Hit that notification bell so you know when I'm doing another video. For those of you watching on Twitch, certainly appreciate it if you give me that follow. It's been fun. I am not gonna give up on this. I'm gonna continue doing my best to try and figure this out and get this sorted out. I'm gonna learn the cars. I'll come back again. We'll do a different kind of a racing event, probably a road type event next time. And we'll learn the road cars. We'll see what we can do, and we'll get a little better. And I will eventually graduate up to a steering wheel, but that's going to be a couple months. Okay, I'm going to do a little just jamming down the road here for a minute. You can tell this thing's not so fast. Let's see if it has the ability to be a road car. Does it handle well? It's kind of slow, but maybe you could modify it. It could be fast. It handles pretty well though at high speeds, like in some really slick weather here. It's not bad. Well, we're off-road here. We're off the road. We're off the road. Okay, well, hey, anyways, see you all later. Bye-bye.